A Calgary police dog in the Victims Assistance Unit might become the first court-ordered comfort dog. We're talking about a black lab here named Hawk, would act as a support person for and I use that word in its kind of figurative sense, for two youths when they testify in a child sexual assault case this month. And joining us now in the studio is Andrew Sprague and his very own service dog, Flicka, who helps Andrew with his PTSD. Nice of you to join us.
Thank you very much.
Now, is Flicka behaving herself because she's been told to?
No, Flicka's a darling, and this is Flicka in work mode. And you can
she's working.
She's working at the moment.
Well, then I won't disturb her. Explain more fully about the situation in Calgary, because when people think of a police dog, I don't know that they think of a comfort dog in the same vein as they think of a police dog.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. I think the dog in this case was trained by a service dog organization on the West Coast, and the dog has been trained to be a therapy dog, I believe, to help the Calgary police. And it's amazing what they're doing with bringing this dog into a courtroom. I understand what this case is about two children who were sexually abused, and this is the case to...
I'm sorry, allegedly.
Allegedly, sorry, yes, allegedly sexually abused, and this is the case against the alleged perpetrator. And I think it's great because as someone myself who had childhood sexual abuse, it's really hard to be able to speak about it. This is actually the first time that I'm now speaking publicly about that experience that I had, and so Flicka has been trained to assist me with my post-traumatic stress disorder, which arises from childhood sexual abuse. And I imagine in the court case, those children, if they've got sort of PTSD resulting from the experiences that happened to them, the dog will provide them with a lot of, I think, comfort, with a feeling of safety. People with PTSD really sort of struggle with that, with feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling that perhaps they're believed. And I think, a dog is non-judgmental. A dog provides the love and support. And I think it's fantastic that the Calgary police are using a dog in a therapeutic manner to really help young children who I think can really benefit from having the assistance of the dog when they're under the pressure of having to give evidence in a court case.
Now, it's interesting to me because dogs have often been used to make people feel good, whether it's at exam time for students, or in an old folks' home, as we used to call them. They're good at that, but I'm not too sure entirely why. Now, this is your very first dog. You've only been with Flicka for, what, 18 months?
It's been 18 months now,
18
that's right.
months. So you as a grown adult suddenly have this dog, and this dog does what for you emotionally?
Yeah, so Flicka's been trained to identify if I'm going through, for example, say a dissociative episode, or if I'm having a traumatic flashback, and sort of my world gets turned upside down. And so she's able to sort of pick up on those changes in my affect and really start engaging me and bringing me back into the present. She basically will get into my face, she'll nudge me, she'll hop up on me. It's really to sort of say, stay here with me, focus on me, get your mind out of thinking about the trauma that's happened to you, and really it's to help keep me grounded and centered. And I think, for a child giving evidence, perhaps in this case, if the child starts to be feeling some discomfort, I think the dog may pick up on that and may provide some support. And I think the child, petting the dog will help the child feel a bit more at ease.
How much training would a dog like Flicka have for this?
So Flicka had 2.5 years of training with National Service Dogs before she was placed with me. She's with a puppy raiser for usually about a year. With Flicka's case, it was 18 months. She actually was raised in Calgary, born in Cambridge, Ontario, but actually was sent to Calgary. For training, that's right. And
is it because of her breed? Because we know Goldens are good family dogs. They take a lot of mauling by kids and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
They're very patient.
She is. So she is fantastic. I have 2 young children, and she's just amazing with them. So Labradors, Golden Retrievers are very common service dogs for people who have post-traumatic stress disorder. Different breeds, for example, police dogs would be, say, a German Shepherd. Different dogs have different temperaments, but absolutely for individuals dealing with trauma, the Labradors and the Golden Retrievers are just fantastic.
For a guy who never owned a dog before, you love a dog now, don't you?
I do, but you know what, a lot of work. They are a lot of work, and particularly when you have one with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
She's doing a good job, though.
She is amazing, and she comes with me to meetings. She travels on airplanes. She comes everywhere, and this is her temperament. And testament to the training that she had. Her puppy raiser, her name is Allison, did an amazing job, and the advanced training National Service Dogs did with her. Incredible. And National Service Dogs breeds their own dogs, so she's bred from them.
Well, testament also to her training, because as you told me before we started, she's dying to get up and play right now, but she's being a good girl and staying on the floor where you told her to be. Well, anyway, Andrew, good luck to you, and thank you for bringing Flicka in. It's been a delight to meet you, young lady. Thank you very much.
Thank you.